Since 2010, when we had a Conservative Prime Minister, we have created 1 million more businesses in this country. 1 million more businesses. And you know, we've taken some really difficult decisions over that time because we inherited a government, a Labour government, that had run out of money and left us with the worst financial crisis since the Second World War. And it was really tough. And I became a cabinet minister in 2010. I was happy for about 10 seconds, and then I was told I was going to have to cut the department's budget by 25 to 40%. And that was the first thing we did. And we made those changes. And as a result of those changes, we actually got the deficit down before the pandemic started by 80%. And what that meant for all of those people who put their hands up just now saying they ran their own businesses was that in the pandemic, Rishi Sunak, as Chancellor, was able to introduce the furlough scheme, the bounce back loans, schemes that cost about £400 billion. And that meant that instead of losing lots of jobs in COVID, we protected 9 million jobs because of those very difficult decisions that we took early on. Now, there's a lot of myths going around about the UK at the moment. So let me just tell you a few things that might cheer you up. Since 2010, if you read the newspapers, they would have you believe that this economy hasn't been growing very fast. So let me tell you, since 2010, under Conservative leadership, this country has grown more than Spain, Portugal, France, Italy, Netherlands, Austria, Germany, and Japan. In fact, it's grown faster than nearly all the major countries that we compete with. And not only that, but in that time period, what's happened to unemployment? It's halved. We have 1 million fewer people unemployed. In fact, we have 4 million more people in work than we had back in 2010. And why is that? Because as Conservatives, we don't just understand that you've got to help small businesses like your ones and my one set up. We also know that you have to make work pay. And what we have done is we have massively reduced taxes for people on average income because we want to encourage people out of welfare into work. Some of you may have seen on the motorway this haulier called Eddie Stobart, who has these great big trucks that go up and down the motorway. He had a great saying. He said the only place that success comes before work is the dictionary. And I think that's actually a Conservative philosophy. We know it is about hard work. Now, with Labour, they have completely the opposite view. They think the way to get the economy growing is to borrow an extra £28 billion a year. That's the Labour policy.